Kroger Tender Ray Beef. No other beef so fresh can be so tender. Presents Hearts in Harmony, transcribed. K is for Kroger. C is for cut. B is for beef. KCB means Kroger cut beef. And Kroger cut beef means more meat for your money. Yes, Kroger cut beef gives you more meat, less waste. And the reason is this. Before the meat is weighed and priced, the Kroger method of cutting beef removes excess bone, excess waste and stringy ends, weighed and priced, which means more meat for your money. And it's top U.S. government grades of beef. It's tender, juicy, rich red, and marbled with just the right amount of flavory fat. Yes, in Kroger cut beef, you get a better value in top-grade beef. For example, take a specific cut of beef, say a Kroger cut chuck roast. Before the roast is weighed and priced, the Kroger method of cutting beef removes excess waste and stringy meat. That means you get a better value because you get more solid meat, only a minimum of bone. Yes, you receive more meat, less waste, whether you buy a steak or roast. So visit your neighborhood Kroger store soon. Get Kroger cut beef. It gives you more meat for your money. And now, Hearts in Harmony. It was last night that beautiful Penny Gibbs had her first date with wealthy Barry Carlton. Both Nora and Johnny Keith, Penny's ex-fiancé, saw what happened when Barry brought Penny home. And though Johnny told Nora not to mention it to Penny, Nora sees no reason not to tell Freddie. The next afternoon, she says to him,
"Oh, crickets, Freddie, I just have to tell you something. I thought you'd never come home."
Well, I was out at the farm, Nora. Couldn't get home no sooner. Well, what's so important?
Well, maybe it isn't important, but it's exciting.
Well, you sure act like it is.
I think it is. But when I tell you, don't ever let on to Miss Gibbs that you know about it.
Huh? Hey, look, what is this, Crickets? I don't like keeping secrets from anybody.
Oh, it's not keeping secrets. Miss Gibbs knows about it, only she doesn't know that Mr. Keith and I know about it.
Hey, what's going on here? Are we starting that mysterious stuff again?
No, Freddie. It's nothing like that. It's what happened when Barry Carlton brought Miss Gibbs home last night.
Well, what happened?
Well, I heard a car stop out in front of the house, so I went to the window to see if it was Miss Gibbs because she said she was going to be home early and it was getting late.
Crickets, you're getting to be a regular old woman, you are. Get you, waiting up for Gibbsy.
I wasn't doing that at all. I was talking to Mr. Keith.
Oh, then you were two-timing me, huh? Having dates with guys when I'm out at the farm breaking my back.
I wasn't having a date with him at all, Freddie. We were just talking and waiting for Miss Gibbs. Mr. Keith wanted to talk to her about something.
I was just kidding you, Crickets. Well, go on, go ahead. You went to the window, and then what?
Then Mr. Keith came to the window, too.
Hmm?
Just as Miss Gibbs and Mr. Carlton got out of the car.
Yeah.
And then it happened. Oh, Crickets, Freddie, it was just super.
Well, what was?
What Mr. Carlton did.
Well, then come on. What did he do?
Mr. Carlton leaned over and kissed Miss Gibbs.
Yeah?
Well, isn't it exciting?
Well, I don't know. I'll have to wait until you get to the exciting part.
Wait till I get to it. Oh, Crickets, Freddie, I've passed it. It was when he kissed her.
Well, for Pete's sake, what's so terrific about that?
Oh, Freddie, you don't mean that.
Sure I mean it. Well, why shouldn't he kiss her goodnight? Well, what's wrong with that?
Well, there's nothing wrong with it. It's wonderful. It's just super. Means he's in love with her, maybe.
Oh, now, look. Wait a minute, kid. It doesn't mean that at all. A guy like Carlton would kiss any dame goodnight when he likes her.
It doesn't mean he's in love with her?
Why, of course not. Now, look, Crickets, don't go showing your age. I thought you were a grown-up girl by now. You know, kissing isn't for keeps.
I thought it was.
Well, it isn't.
It is with me?
Now, look, kid, don't tell me the guys who carried your books home from school didn't kiss you goodnight.
No, they didn't.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not.
Well, what do you know? Well, the guys in this town must be dumber than I thought they were. Hey, look, you don't mean that you've never been kissed, Crickets.
I want to tell you, you'll laugh at me.
Oh, no, I won't laugh at you. Hey, come here.
No, Freddie, it won't mean anything.
Oh, the heck it won't.
But you said it wasn't for keeps.
It wasn't, not with Gibbsy and that Carlton guy. That was just part of his routine for taking a dame to the door. But I'm not taking you anywhere or saying goodbye or goodnight or anything. I'm I'm saying something that's much more important.
What are you saying?
Oh, you know, and don't try to make me put it into words either. I'll just make a mess of it. Me and words don't
Words
get along.
and I, Freddie.
There, you see what I mean? I'm a sap to try and put anything serious into words. They don't come out right. Come here, Crickets.
Freddie, is this for keeps?
Of course, for you and for me. Sure, it's for keeps.
Oh, Freddie, I don't want you to be any different than you are now.
Thanks, Crickets. But you don't mean that. You really don't want me to stay this way, and I don't either. I want to be a whole lot different. I want to be a lot better. I want to be something that you'll be proud of.
I'm proud of you now.
I hope you are a little bit. I've been trying awfully hard to make you feel that way, but I want to make you even prouder than that. I even want to be proud of myself, Crickets, and right now I'm not.
Oh, you should be. I know an awful lot about what you were and what you went through for so many years.
Hope you don't know too much.
Oh, Freddie, don't be ashamed of what you were. What you were makes what you are all the more wonderful.
When I can stand next to you and say that I'm equal to you, then I'll say it's wonderful.
Oh, Freddie, you're so much better than I am that it's...
Hey, look, let's cut out this conversation. You know, we're starting to sound like a mutual admiration society.
I guess we are, aren't we?
Yeah. But I guess you're okay, though. And there was that giggle again, too. Go on, giggle some more, will you?
Freddie Lane, you stop teasing me about that. I can't help it.
Now, how many times do I have to tell you I'm not teasing you? I like that giggle. It's silly.
Oh, it's silly, is
Yeah.
it? Well, I don't think that's very nice.
Okay, then it isn't silly.
Now, you're being silly.
I am, huh? Thanks.
Well, it's certainly silly to call something silly and then say it isn't silly.
All right, so I don't make any sense. I admit I didn't go to school, but just because you did, you don't have to lord it all over me, do you?
I'm not lording it over you. I didn't say anything about your not going to school. A lot of people never went to school, but at least they make sense.
Oh, now you're coming right out and saying that I don't make sense, huh?
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
No, I did
You
not.
did so, and I'm sure glad you did, too, because now I know where I stand. You think that I'm not good enough for you, huh? Well, you're right.
Freddie.
Yes, you're right. It's a good thing you admit it now, too, instead of later
Freddie,
on.
listen.
I've listened, and I've heard enough.
Oh, you have you?
Yes.
Well, all right, be stubborn. Go ahead and see if I care.
Stubborn. If anybody's stubborn, you are.
Oh, first I'm silly and now I'm stubborn.
I didn't call you silly. You called me silly.
I did not. You just said I did.
No, I didn't. You said that I was. Hey, did you or didn't you? Who called who what first?
You know very well, Freddie, that... Oh, Crickets, Freddie, I don't know.
Well, somebody called somebody something, didn't they?
Oh, golly, I'm not sure. I'm a little mixed up, I guess. I don't even know what we said.
You know what? I don't either. Hey, look, Crickets, you know, we almost had an argument.
I know it, but what was it about, Freddie?
Don't ask me.
Oh, I don't know either.
I guess we're doing all right, though, Nora. We've had our first fight almost. We don't even know what it was about.
Oh, Freddie, that means something wonderful. I just know it does. It means...
Hey, look, that buzzer means that there's somebody at the door.
I'll get it.
Okay. I'm sorry we almost had that battle, Nora.
Well, I'm not making up. It's been so much fun. And it was such a silly battle.
Well, what do you expect from a couple guys like that?
Hello, Nora.
Oh, Professor Rogers, come in.
Thank you. Miss Gibbs at home?
No, she's not, but we expect her home any minute.
Oh, good.
Hi there, Prof.
Hello, Freddie. How's the farmer this afternoon?
Oh, it's strictly great, Prof. Especially because he's not farming right now. How things at the university?
Oh, crowded at the moment.
Do you have a lot of new students, Professor?
No, Nora. I'm being crowded by only one person. And I guess you know who I mean, Freddie.
Uh-huh. You mean you still can't dodge that dame, huh?
No, I'm afraid I can't.
Oh, here's Miss Gibbs. You have company, Miss Gibbs.
Hello, Professor Rogers.
Hello, Miss Gibbs.
Say, Gibbsy, the prof is still moaning about Madeline
Oh,
Dodge.
Professor, you're not still upset about her, are you?
Well, it's getting so I can't turn around without bumping into her.
Oh, here, Miss Gibbs, let me take those
Oh,
packages.
thanks, Nora. Oh, there are butter and eggs in the larger bag. You better get them in the icebox right away.
All right, I will. Freddie, want to come in the kitchen and help me?
Well, I don't think you need any help, Nora, but I guess I gotta have some excuse to get out of here. See you later on, Prof.
All right, Freddie. Oh, here, let me help you off with your coat, Miss Gibbs.
Thanks.
There you are. Where do you
Oh,
want me to put
just
it?
toss it on the chair there.
All right.
Oh, golly, what a shopping trip. I'm exhausted.
Well, maybe it's Barry Carlton who's tiring you out, Miss Gibbs.
What do you mean?
Well, you remember when I was here last week asking advice on what to do about Madeline Dodge, don't you?
Yes, I remember.
Well, it seems as if my problem was solved. Madeline was showing an interest in your friend Carlton, or was it the other way around?
So?
Well, so I really don't have any right to say this, but... Well, you know how word gets around this town.
Yes, I do.
And I know this is none of my business, but... Well, I was a little surprised to hear that you and Barry Carlton are seeing a lot of each other.
You're absolutely right, Professor. It isn't any of your business.
Oh. Well, no, it isn't, but... Well, except for the fact that, as we thought, Barry Carlton was going to be instrumental in my being freed of Madeline Dodge.
Professor Rogers, if you realize what you were saying...
Well, I know it's a little out of
it's
order,
definitely out of order. You're complaining about my seeing Barry Carlton because it seems to be interfering with your chances of getting rid of Madeline Dodge.
Oh, I really don't mean it that way, Miss
Well,
Gibbs.
I hope not.
I don't. It's just that... Well, I didn't expect you to show this sudden interest in Barry Carlton.
Professor Rogers, look, I like you very much. But please don't do anything or say anything to make me dislike you.
Oh, I don't want to.
Well, you're on the verge of it. My interest in Barry Carlton isn't any concern of yours.
No, but...
It's no concern of yours or anyone else's, for that matter. I sincerely sympathize with you and your difficulties in regard to Madeline, but I'm certainly not going to change my life because of her, or you.
I'm not asking you to.
Oh, no, of course you're not, but you know what you were about to say, don't you? You were going to ask me to stop seeing Barry Carlton so that he'd turn his attentions to Madeline Dodge and give you a chance to get rid of her.
Well, yes, I guess I was going to say that. I'm glad I didn't.
Well, so am I, Professor. Because, you see, I've been doing a lot of thinking lately. I always seem to be doing things for other people, not very much for myself. Now, that's good, if it isn't carried too far.
And you've been carrying it too far?
In many cases. But this isn't going to be another one of them. I'm going to think about myself a little bit, Professor. And as far as Barry Carlton's concerned, maybe I like being with him. Maybe I like him. And maybe, one of these days, I'll drop the maybe.
Is Penny Gibb hinting that she might be serious about Barry Carlton? What would happen if this beautiful girl of only moderate means fell in love with a young millionaire? Be sure to listen to the next dramatic episode of Hearts in Harmony. KCB. KCB. KCB means Kroger cut beef. And Kroger cut beef means more meat for your money. That's right. Kroger cut beef gives you more meat, less waste. Because before the meat is weighed and priced, the Kroger method of cutting beef removes excess bone, excess waste, and stringy ends. For example, if porterhouse steak is your favorite, you'll find that at Kroger's, you don't pay steak price for stringy ends and waste. The Kroger method of cutting beef removes the long, stringy end and excess waste before the steak is weighed and priced. But see for yourself by visiting your Kroger store. Notice that you get more meat, less waste, and it's top U.S. government grades of beef. Beef that's tender, juicy, rich red, and marbled with just the right amount of flavory fat. Remember, whether you buy a steak or roast, Kroger cut beef gives you more meat for your money. Yes, everybody's happy when you go to your neighborhood Kroger store for Kroger cut beef. Your family loves the deliciousness, the juicy flavor of Kroger beef. You love the way it cooks up so perfectly. And your pocketbook loves the fact that Kroger cut beef gives you more meat for your money. Get some without delay. Get Kroger cut beef and get more meat, less waste at your neighborhood Kroger store. Be sure to listen in Monday, same time, same station, for another absorbing transcribed chapter of Hearts in Harmony.